Alrighty. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, I forgot to change my thing. Hold on a second here. Gotta go here. Oh, gotta edit this really quick. It's gonna Z copy. Gotta go into this one. Paste. Playing some gamies. I spelled that wrong. Save. Fix that. Move that out of the way. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. Now we're back. Now we're back into doing things the correct way. Bring that back up. Okay. Can make this a little skinnier and make it a little taller so I can still see what's going on over here. Got stuff going on. Alright. I'm like all over the place today. Alright, so we're going to do something a little different. We're going to play some roguelike adventures. I started playing a single player game. Oop, you can't see anything over there. Just because I wanted to play something a little different. So basically, I spawned in... Where did I spawn in? I spawned in... Yeah, right over in this desert over here at the top. And, went and kind of commandeered this village a little bit, checked it out, fought the Gorgon over here, kind of made my way over to this place, and I found this house. Kind of stole it from the person that lived there. Haven't really explored. I didn't get a chance to explore over here because that's a dungeon. Found this over here, found this over here. Kind of then slowly made my way through a couple of things. Found another little place to look at. I died. Twice. A couple times, actually. And then I've slowly made my way over. I went and explored this little mushroom dungeon. Mushroom temple. And now I am... Where am I? I'm over here at this little house. On my way, I found a horse. That was alright. So I've just basically been wandering around, looting. I have a bunch of stuff. Haven't really found a permanent place yet to live, so I'm just kind of wandering around and exploring. I was going to hit up this area over here and see what's there. Now that I have mobility a little bit more. We're just giving this one a try. I usually don't like these kind of mod packs because this one does have ice and fire in it. However... I found out through the config files by doing a little of investigation that you can turn off the dragon griefing. So I have gone into the config files and turned off dragon griefing. So the dragons, when they fly around, will not like nuke your base or do any of that stuff. So I'm going to give it another try. I'm going to give this one a try. Like I said, I usually do not play mod packs with ice and fire dragons just because I hate them. Usually because, again, the whole theory is that they can destroy everything very easily. They just breathe fire on it and it becomes breakable. So, I have since turned that off. So, I'm going to give it another try. Maybe see how I like it. Oh, I need to kill these sheepies. Give me your stuff. I'll just kill you 3. That's fine. So basically, yeah, we're gonna give these another try. Like I said, normally I don't enjoy playing games with ice and fire dragons on it. Yes, question. Welcome, welcome. I stream on Twitch and YouTube. I do not stream on any other platforms. I have Twitch as my main platform. Oop, that was a hole. That could have been bad. Welcome, welcome. Oh, what is this? Is that a autumn fairy? Autumn pixie. I was trying to head towards something. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bitwielder. Yeah, I actually, this is not a like a profession for me. This is my hobby. This is something I do. My husband and my daughter go to karate on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So it's I have a stressful job, so I do this as fun type of thing. Let's see if I can get up this hill. Probably not. But yeah. Hero, I have no idea off the top of my head. I like I said, I do this for fun. I don't really, this is not something that I do with the intent to, it's not something like I'm really like pushing. This is a fun entertainment, stress de-stressor thing that I do. I totally bypassed the thing I was heading towards, which is probably up there somehow. And oh yeah, no, I do. Yes, I do fill in the air even if nobody's watching. Because what I do is a lot of people have watched my since I stream on YouTube, I keep all the VODs up and everything of the live streams. So that's what I do is and a lot of the old streams I do have that was weird. Usually I keep them up for information purposes too. So like, for example, yeah, thank you. So what I do is like, I'll give like a tutorial of like how to do something or an explanation, even if nobody's watching, of something I'm doing. For example, like I was saying earlier, is I normally hate playing anything with ice and fire dragons in it. I absolutely hate it because the dragons do so much damage. And then while reading something either on Reddit or through just messing with the config files, thank you for the follow. I found that I can turn off the griefing that the ice and fire dragons can do. So I'm actually giving this mod pack a chance, even though it does have the ice and fire dragons in it. So, and then like I do stream, I have a huge collection for Farming Crossing 3, 4, and 5. I didn't do as much with Farming Crossing 5 since that mod pack is kind of still new, so I haven't really given it a whole lot of chance, but I play on the community server with that one. I am lost. But that one I did when I was walking people through. I'd explain how to do this, how to change like the map settings, how to get certain settings set up with certain items. So I like to do a lot of talking to the air, so in case people go back and look at something, they can understand, oh, that's a giant. They can understand what I did or why I did it in case they need more information on how to do stuff. I am so lost. I need to go that way, like way the heck that way. Hey, cat. Excuse you. Yes, thank you. My cat just decided to spam all the keys on my keyboard. All right. So we have to get across the swamp. And we basically got to head due north. I am not abhorrent for lack of a better term, to explaining things so that people can understand. And, you know, I'm one of those where I learn by doing. And if I have to watch somebody do it the first time, then I find it useful because then I know what I'm learning. Ow! I'm gonna end up getting killed, I think. How did I know? It's the stupid hawks. But yeah, I like to learn by doing myself, and if somebody can at least show me or give a guide, that's kind of how I work. Okay, we're just gonna kind of follow this. The problem's gonna run in right here. This is a huge hill, so. But I don't have a waystone at my house. I may have to rob a waystone from somewhere so I can waystone my way back. The only problem is you can't. My face cam is a Logitech. I think it's a 7. Oh my gosh, I gotta think about that. It's like a 720. It's in the if you're on Twitch, it is in the hardware little channel or tag or chip or whatever the heck those things are called. I don't remember what it's called. It's like a P720. To be honest, it was like a $20 camera I got way back when. I do have it. When you see it, it's not at its full size. I actually have it cropped a little bit this way. It's much taller. I think it's more 4:3 rather than a 16:9 ratio. So I actually, in order to get the more 16:9 ratio, I actually have it cropped. So let's get back and let me go shove this horse that I discovered. I was gonna say stupid horse. Oh, like moving a bit. Yeah, I would move, but what ends up happening is I used to do a corner view. I had it like where it was like up like on this side. So like to my left and up at a higher angle. The problem is that then I would get like I feel like I have to like stare cross-eyed at the camera if I wanted to look up at people or talk to people directly. I like to make eye contact, so I have a tendency to talk and look at people directly, and you're like, oh, you know. But yeah, I've thought about moving it up there. The problem is then you get to see my ugly, dirty basement, like to the side of me. This time you can, you know, if I move out of the way, you can kind of see the doggo who's sitting over here. She usually wanders around the back behind me, and other stuff like that. I do need Leslie. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I don't need any custom work. I'm actually a trained graphic designer, and I do all my own custom stuff. And I also have a friend that is an artist that does stuff. But I do, yes, I will agree with Hero. I do respect. There was somebody that popped into my chat and was like totally shady about it and was not. But yeah, no, unfortunately, I do actually do all my own custom stuff. Sorry. But I appreciate the reaching out there and wanting to, you know, put yourself out there. What do I want to do? I need a fence. I need the fence. It's gonna yell at me, isn't it? Yeah, I got 6. That's probably not enough. We're just gonna toss you down. So the background and the banners I bought a long time ago. I actually had bought them from somebody that I was following on Etsy because I really loved their stuff. And then, but like my tiles and all of the stuff that's actually like use like my cover pages and the cover art. My friend did the little sitting person drawing of myself. So I have like I have a lot of friends that have done like different work here and there. And so I kind of like I like to reach out to like the small artists here and there, but unfortunately like anything new lately has been I've been doing most of the work lately. So I've been taking the like the purple backgrounds. I bought all of the pieces because I suck at line art. I absolutely am atrocious at it. But and so I had bought the line art so I could then take all of the bits and pieces and turn it into, oh, I need 3 more fences, and turn it into like all the pieces and marry them together. And I use GIMP for most of my artwork because I used to use Photoshop, but now they make you pay for it like every month, and I don't want to pay for it every month. I want to pay for it once and never have to use it again. Ah, come back here. But it's gonna give me hassles, isn't it? Yeah, I have a friend that they do a lot of like the hand drawn artwork. I used to have another friend who did like Adobe Illustrator art, and it looked really cool. But we kind of had a small falling out, and I was trying to get them to do like an update to it, but the problem was like because like I have really long hair now, and like they did it where when my hair was like super short, and I'm like, I have really long hair now, and I have this big bright, you can kind of see it here, like silver streak going through my hair, which is all natural because I'm in my 40s, which so like if you look at my little character here, you'll see like my Minecraft character. My friend who did the sitting little hand-drawn picture, they made this Minecraft skin with the silver streak that's actually all natural in my hair. So they did a custom skin for me. This is my adventure skin. I love how it turned out. They did like the little like elven tunic and everything. So I'm getting health taken away because I took off all my armor. Let's see. What do I want to dump? No, I turned 40 years old last year. Most people are actually shocked too. I am 40. I am technically considered middle-aged, even though I don't feel like it. Even though I think age is just a number. It doesn't really mean anything. You are as young as you feel, which is why I always get crap from my mom and everybody who's like, "You're too old for video games," and I'm like, psh, I'm never too old for video games. I'm always a kid. I'm a kid at heart all the time. All right, let's see. What do we want to dump in here? I got food. Oh, that goes in the block one. I need to keep that. I'm going to put the coins in there. Oh, my lucky rock with effectiveness. I don't want to hold on to a lucky rock that has 0 effectiveness. Sticks. I think I've like totally lost track of what I was doing. Oh, that's a weapon. I'm out of food. But yep, my daughter is gonna be 12 this year, so it's like I'm starting to, feel my age a little bit, but I don't really feel it that much too often. That doesn't surprise me that it's actually 37. But the alchemy power, interesting. I would say that does not surprise me. Because, you know, if you take into a fact that the average life expectancy of men is actually lower than women, 3. I need one more chest because I'm running out of room. I need to put that in there. But we're just gonna dump stuff. Time to just dump it all. Oh, I need that. And I need that. It doesn't matter. I honestly, like, I get, people tell me all the time, like, I was getting carded for, like, rated R video games or, like, other stuff when I would go places, like, for drinking. And I'm like, you guys realize, like, I've been drinking for the last 20 years, right? And they're like, huh. So, yeah, it's like, honestly, it does not faze me anymore. What would be probably more amazing is that fact that, you know, the my brain just literally stopped working a second there. I need to study all those. Is the fact that yes, age is just a number. It really honestly is. You're only as old as you feel. I strongly believe that. If you feel old, you're going to think you're old. And, you know, if you feel young and you feel like you still got, like, tons of stuff and everything is going great, then, again, you're going to feel it. You really are. Like, I have an aunt who's, you know, going to be in her 60s this year. Or she's in her 60s now. And she's like, she acts like she's in her 20s sometimes. Oh, there's days I feel like I'm, like, dying. Or I was thinking that a little earlier today when I was like, oh my God, I've had such a rough day of work. I sat there and went through a spreadsheet and it was like, I think, you know, by the time I get done with these sheets, I'm like, I've looked through 30,000 lines of 30. Like I do, I'm an estimator for a very large company. So, I price, you know, how much it costs to put ink on paper and put the paper in it, fold it and put it in an envelope and all that kind of stuff. So, and I work for a Fortune 500 company. So to me, you know, I look at spreadsheets that are hundreds of lines long, thousands sometimes. And it's just, it's just like so crazy that, kitty, that's my food. I'm just like, by the end of the day, I'm just like, no, my brain just stopped working. It just stopped. Red sleeping bag. Okay, so I've got bandages. I have an empty backpack. Do I have enough gold to update it? I do not. Can be salvaged from other items. I don't know how to salvage stuff. I need to figure that out. Like, that's one of the things I've never quite learned how to do. Oh, apparently I have to unlock something here with dragons. Oh, I got a feather. That's right. Oh, I have a cat sitting on my lap. Yes, you gonna say hi? No? No, say hi? No, say hi? Say hi. Say hi. Say hi, Carmel. Say hi, Carmel. She's like, no. I'm just gonna sit here and encroach on your territory. The funny thing is I think there's one recording that has her. I had gone AFK, and of course, you can hear while I'm away, all you hear is brrr, as she's sitting here purring into my microphone. So, you know, Hero, it's okay to be embarrassed, but if you never get out of your comfort zone every once in a while. Potions can go up there now. Then I can make room for more food. I stole this person's house and they died because I locked them outside in the cold. I kind of feel bad, but I kind of don't. That's okay. This here, if you can kind of see, my daughter was making these out of paper. She saw a YouTube video on how to do it and then just started doing it on her own. And like, these turned out so cool. She's been making these she made these all over Christmas vacation. And I'm like, this is so cool. Like, she got really creative. This is just made with regular, like, lined paper. So, yeah, that one turned out really cool. I've got like 4 of them running around the house. All right. I should probably eat my dinner, huh? Seeing as how it's been sitting here and my cat keeps trying to eat it. She's like, your food looks like yummy. All right, let's put this actually in a chest. Oh, that's seeds. Let's see what I can move up. It's like farming stuff. I gotta figure out how to. Yeah, I'm like, kid, what the heck are you doing? She comes up and she goes, Mom, look what I got. I was like, what? I'm like, how did you? That's amazing. Whereas, you know, and this little snot rocket, when she was like 3, was watching, what is it? Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of the show. It's that cake one where it's got, like the how not to fail cake kind of thing. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. But she's like watching this episode. Yeah, Hero, that is cute. That's sweet. All right. Okay, now that my respawn point has been reset back to my house, we need to figure out where we're going to go. I had found a thing that said there was a village 400 blocks that way. I do want to eventually explore this pit here. But this is pillagers, 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 pillagers. All of this is surrounded by pillagers. It's basically walking into a death trap. I would probably put you at 22. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so we need... Let's see. Should we make... I need more iron. I know I have some. So, I have 4. Do I have any coal? I have charcoal. Oh, I should use the blast furnace. Since we have one. Fair. That is fair. I get that. I typically will stream till they get home from karate. So about 7:30, 7:45 my time. So about so it's about 6 o'clock now. So they get home. Karate ends at about 7:30, and they usually get home about 7:45, 8 o'clock, depending upon if they're going to stop. And today they're planning on stopping. My husband is taking our daughter to go pick up ice cream from the local grocery store so they can have ice cream afterwards. And then they'll sit upstairs and probably watch TV or something. So probably about another hour and a half. I usually do about, it averages about 2 hours when I do stream. I try to stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays when they're in karate. I did take 2 weeks off though. Well, almost 3 weeks off because at the end of the year last year. For Christmas, because then she was on Christmas vacation and everything, and I got to do the mom spend time with kids stuff, which is very important. Very important to spend time with the family around the holidays, because this is time I will never get back as she gets older. So I want to make sure that I can be there for her and do things with her while she's still young. All right, so let's go. You know, we are very big family people. We try to be like a big family. My family is like all over the country. My husband's family lives like you know what? We get what we get, but you know what? You can always be that kind of parent too, right? So if you may not have it now, but that doesn't mean you can't have it in the future, right? So like if you ever have your own kids or kid, you know, single, plural, however you do, you know, you can, lag spike. You can choose to be that kind of parent. And like my dad is an accountant. So he's very busy from January to April. And so I don't get to see him. I never got to see him growing up like during that time. So my mom was a teacher, and so she would make sure that like we did stuff, and we always did stuff as a family too. But you know, my kiddo is like she likes anime, and she loves doing she likes video games. I have like a whole series of just episodes of playing games with the kiddo. She got real happy when we were playing Once Human last time, where she finally got MVP on a fight versus me. So we just do stuff like that all together. Did I go the wrong way? No, I did not. Awesome. I need to go down and over. But you know, I hope that, you know, I hope that you have, you know, like good fond memories at times. Like, yeah. I hope that you have, you know, because yeah, we make life how we want to, and I am a strong believer in that. I'm glad I can make you smile. I'm glad if you ever, you know, if I'm streaming and you ever want to come in and just have somebody come and put a smile on your face, you know, be more than happy to chat about things and life. You know, some of my friends, they'll come up to me and they'll be like, we need an adultier adult, you know, give us advice on things, or, you know, just help us out and make us understand they were having problems with their parents, and they said their parent kept doing this one thing, and they're like, well, why? And I said, well, it may be because they're trying to protect you in some way. It may not make sense to you right now, but think about it from their perspective. This world is crazy. My daughter keeps pestering me all the time. She's like, Mommy, I want a YouTube channel. And I said, no, you have to be older before you can have a YouTube channel. And she's like, well, why? And I said, because it's not about you. All right. It has nothing to do with you, kiddo, but it's my job as your parent to protect you and to make sure that you do better than mommy and daddy ever could in life. And so my job is to teach her the tools that she needs as a human being to grow up. So those come with the rules of too, is like, you need to learn what you can and cannot do on the internet, what you can and cannot say, how much information you can give out, because it's not that the world is dangerous, but it's that my job is to protect you from the people out there that could be dangerous. Not saying that everyone on the internet is dangerous, but that is my job, to protect you from those types of people if you ever come across them. Hey, what do you want? Cooked mutton and cooked food. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna eat all your cake. I'm sorry, distracted moment. Trying to read. So he said, be the dad of, and I'm like, my mom. She was fun and loving, but I want to also be a part of my kid's heart, not just someone who takes care of him or her. You're gonna find that you may parent like your parents. I will say that there are times like I parent like my parents, like my mom or like my dad. I have certain thoughts, or this is a Bastille. This is an Illager base. Oh yeah, I heard you. I'm just walking around you. Just ignore me. But like if you are with somebody, all right, you're going to find, like, for example, my parents were much stricter than I am, or than my husband's parents were with him, raising him. So I was raised in a stricter, more, I don't want to say more restrictive, but I wasn't allowed to watch rated R movies until I was X age. I wasn't allowed to do certain things. I didn't get to play video games till I was, in college. I didn't get to do certain things because, they were dangerous, or I was pushed to do certain things because, it'd be fun or be doing stuff. But my husband counters that. So, I may want to do things a certain way with my kid, but my husband's like, no, he's the counter to that mentality. He is the balance to that. So you may find that your parenting style alters. You may end up, like, I thought I would parent exactly like my mom or exactly like my dad, but I don't. I parent like me. I parent like me. I let my kid play video games. I let her watch YouTube. I let her watch anime, even though most of the anime she watches are like Seven Deadly Sins and Fairy Tale, which toe the line of inappropriate. But I know that, number one, half the jokes and inappropriate comments go right over her head. And she's still young enough that she doesn't understand what they're saying, or I've learned over time that there's a style that's my style. It's not my parents' style. It's not my dad's style. It's not my husband's style. It's my style. And I parent like me because I am me. I can't be anybody else. I can't be my mom. I can't be my dad. I can't be my husband. I can't be his parents. I can only be me. And that's how I'm going to parent. Yeah, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that from all over the place, but that's what makes me me. I'm part my mom, part my dad, and part my life experiences, which that also plays a factor. So for, for me, my life experiences are completely different than my parents. And because of that, how I parent is completely different from them. And that's the most important part, is I have to be me. I can't be anybody else. All right, let's get some treasure. I was waiting for daytime because I didn't want to you will find a balance. You really will. You don't think you will, but like in my husband's case, my husband will be the first person to tell you that I'm the boss. Okay. It's not a king of the castle, it's queen of the castle in our household. I am the I don't want to toot my own horn, but I am the majority bread earner. I am the person who does 90% of the finances. I do, I keep track of schedules. I keep track of, insurance. I do a lot of that stuff. So for my husband, he's like, okay, that means that, I usually have the last say in most arguments. Now, that doesn't mean I win every argument. Because if you were to ask, my daughter, there's times where she'll say something or do something, and my husband is like, no, take a step back. Think about this. This is not a good solution. We need to look at this from a different way. I don't agree with that. And then we'll talk it out. We'll figure out if that is really the best solution or not. That's where the working together comes into play. Whoa. I got stuff. I'm going to just put all this in there. So that's what I mean by balancing. You will find that you guys are going to balance each other out, because not necessarily are you going to always be right or always be wrong. You will find what works best for the two of you in that respect is what I'm trying to say. So like, again, he's got a more lenient upbringing. So where I get to be, when I have a tendency to be super harsh on, no, you can't do this, or no, you can't do this, he'll be like, wait. Now let's look at it from this way. And that's where the balancing comes in. It's not saying like we balance 100% of the time. And there's times where my kid will be like, Mom's being mean. And Dad will be like, what did Mom say? She said this. Well, Mom's right. Mom's the boss. Therefore, unfortunately, I have to agree with Mom. So there's a lot of times where it may not necessarily... What did we get? We got something really cool. And there's times where, we have this is going to sound like the most random phrase in the world, but my daughter, so we live in an area that's a little more conservative. Okay. It's very small town, very conservative-esque mentality. So, we are, I would say, probably weird. I'll just use that term. We're pretty weird for people. And we use this phrase all the time when my daughter starts getting down in the dumps about how, people at school think she's weird. And I said, what is it we always say? And she's like, what? I said, what is the phrase I always say? And she goes, weirdos have more fun. I'd rather be weird and off the wall and lively or whatever than be boring. So, like the streaming stuff. Yeah, I do it as a hobby because it's fun. I like to get on and talk with people. It's my socialization. I work from home. I don't. Oh, that's a death worm thingy. We need a sword, a better sword. Do I have better weapons? Two-handed. I don't have a weapon I can use that. Let's see. Would I have anything in here? I do not. I don't have access to be able to use any of that stuff. So, oh, Ifrit's judgment. That sucks. We're gonna go around that. But, you can't drink wine. I'm sorry. That's my wine. It's been a long day. But, yeah, so, I, like, totally lost my train of thought. But yeah, we like to say weirdos have more fun. Oh, that thing's gonna be dangerous. We're gonna very carefully... Ah! Fudge monkeys. Dang it! I knew that was gonna happen. Yeah, I got a long way to go for that one. I wouldn't say a trained professional, but, you know, as somebody who's lived, you know, a while, almost half a century, you know, I like to think I have some good heartfelt advice now and then. But I am definitely, I'm definitely here to give advice if needed. I do not mind. You know, the only thing you can do is be you, so. And I've had a lot of practice at being me. Now, not always have I done it right. I will be the first to admit it. I have done many of my own mistakes and made my own errors. But it's when you learn from them that makes the most effort. And trust me, I have learned from them. Some of them have been hard and some of them have been easy. You know? Well, I appreciate the honesty. I'm sorry your mom wasn't able to give you this advice, but like I said, if you ever need it and I'm on, go ahead, feel free. I like to think I'm doing a decent job. I really honestly do. But I am not going to be able to get this corpse before I log off tonight, I think. I think I'm going to have to, that's going to be my goal. I'm not going to log off until I get my corpse. Hopefully I can get it and not die to another death worm, sandworm thingy. But yeah, I always like to hope that I'm doing quite well. You know, I own my own home. I have a good job. I went to college for 5 years. Was supposed to go for 4, but I had a little fun when I went to university. I joined a co-ed fraternity, so I had fun. I didn't spend, you know, my time just studying. Ah, I'm gonna die. Don't kill me. I'm gonna die to a stupid bleed. I'm bleeding. And I don't have any bandages. Yeah, don't continue to bleed. Alright. Alright, I'm not bleeding anymore. I've got to figure out how to make bandages soon. I may have to find a bed close by and steal it. Let's see. I think there was a little house. Like over this way. Yeah, because there's an... I may have to steal a bed somewhere. Oh, I'm running out of energy. Yep. I love how it's like, it's put all the enemies as like pink. You know... Oh, I'm gonna die again. Yep. There was nothing stored in your items. Yep, I know. Okay, we are going to... We're gonna piggyback. We're gonna hop. Okay, so I know there's a house right there. Okay. We're gonna hop. We're gonna head towards that bed. I will say my recommendation is don't. Don't push yourself so far that you are breaking. I have done it. Okay. Ooh. I had an episode where I literally had a breakdown because I was taking on too much. I was taking on all of the household stuff, all of the finances, all of the cleaning, all of the cooking, all of everything. I basically did everything myself to the point where I literally had, for lack of a better term, I had a breakdown, crying, sobbing breakdown, getting drunk, in front of my daughter and my husband, breakdown. And my husband basically had to find me, luckily not dead, but he found me basically a sobbing mess. And we talked and we figured out that I was taking on too much. I was doing everything myself and I couldn't handle it anymore. And I'm going to go this way because I think there's a house over here. And so I learned the hard way that there is a breaking point. And the goal is to talk or find a solution before you get to that breaking point. Do not let yourself get to that breaking point. You need to take care of yourself. And that is extremely important because you only get one life. I mean, whether you believe in reincarnation or the next life or heaven, hell, whatever you believe in, you get one life right now. And you should not go so hard or so fast into something that you literally are killing yourself. I know that sounds like probably kind of, I'm gonna die. Oh, is there a bed here? But that's just my small recommendation is you should take time to, heal yourself or take a break or take a day where you just relax. However you relax, you just take some time, enjoy your life, and just do things that you like to do. Hence why I play video games or, I like doing arts and crafts or I like doing other things. But yeah, you don't push yourself to because, somebody might have it worse. But that's just going to break you faster. Don't neglect yourself. You should be taking care of yourself. You get one time. So, I didn't want to get all philosophical on you there but no. Yeah. And oh, this is going to be bad. No. Yeah, I would say definitely don't let yourself get that way again. If you can. Yeah, you learn from it, get better. I don't want to say get better from it, but you really gotta take time and do. Yeah, I'm gonna die here, but at least Sure was funny. I'm gonna die. Hey, a speeder. Hey, you guys fight each other. Don't fight me. I'm just a passerby at this point. I'm on fire. Oh, the water went funky for a second there. You figured out that I'm putting myself on the line far too many people at once in a D&D session. You know what? As long as you figure it out, I mean... Oh, those guys are gonna hurt me. Yeah. I can imagine AI was not kind. I don't do much with AI just because of the fact that I think AI is just... God, I think AI in its current state is cruel to a point. It can be, from what I've seen of people who do some of these AI like guided things, AI just is savage. Ooh. I already looted that place. Why am I doing this the hard way in swimming? I should just walk along the shore. Yeah. Oh, I could bet it was probably very amusing. I think the AI, but I've seen some people who do like AI like things, and it can get pretty savage. Putting yourself out of the line like it's another Tuesday. You know, I used to do the same thing where I would take on things or let people like walk all over me, and I learned after, again, my own moments of stupidity that you can't do that. I got shafted on an apartment with some roommates. They all up and left me. And they're like, oh, it's okay. You make more money than we do, so you can afford it. And I'm like, what? That doesn't mean I can afford it. Made you the main character? I mean, you kind of are a main character. You're the main character of your own life. If you think about it. I mean, there are no side characters in your own life. You are your own main character. Let's see if I can get close to my base, my body. I don't think so. Can I get over there? He's following me. These death worms are gonna kill me. I'm gonna have to, like, seriously backtrack through the desert. This is gonna hurt so bad. Oh my gosh, I actually found it. I got my stuff. No, go away. Screw off, Sanders. I know what you guys do to people. No. I am going to jump until I get out of the sand. You can't get me if I'm jumping. Oh, there's a base. There's a base. There's a base. Not sand. I steal your home. I'm probably gonna get killed. Yeah. There's a sandworm under my head. Under my feet. He wants my butt so bad. I want him to go away. Well, you definitely take care of yourself. That should be the most important thing. Taking care of yourself is very important. These guys got nothing. They got glowstone. I'd like a bow and arrow to take these sandworm thingies out. I got too many of them here. Ow! You know what? Screw off. I'm going this way. Can't chase me through the dirt. At least I hope you can't. Well, I don't want to say I'm kind of glad it backfired because you're here now. I think that was kind of a big castle. That is a big villager place. But it is always it's good that you're here and with people. Yeah, you know what? Live and may love is definitely a good vibe too. And the other option is you just say, you know what? Screw it. I mean, other than, I mean, I hate to say it, but everybody else can just, you know, sometimes you just gotta say, I need to take care of me, so everybody else can just screw off. Hey, you know, if for every time I lost a friend, if I had $1, I'd be freaking rich. I have gone through more friends than I could care to count sometimes. That village is right there. Time for some pillaging. Yeah, I have definitely gone through friends over the years. Some I thought were best friends, some that I thought were great friends, and only to find out that, you know, to them, I was basically yeah. Yeah. I would definitely be I would have a lot more money if I had $1 for every friend I've lost. A lot of it too has all come down to like just aging out of them. You know, like there's a lot of friends that you have and you're like, yeah, this is going to be my best friend forever. I've known you my whole life. And then just you change. Life changes. Things alter. And there's nothing wrong with that. Growing up does not necessarily, you know, sometimes you also grow out of friends. And it's not a bad thing. You know, sometimes you grow out of friends that are extremely toxic. You know, you sit there and you go, okay, you're a good friend, but they are extremely toxic relationship wise, and that's one of those things where you're like, you know, I don't need you in my life because it's ever had a friend shrink instead? What do you mean by shrink? Like they shrink, like, oh, they shrink off like of you, or like, or they just like disappear? Any context? I've never heard the term shrink before related to friendships. I have completed the shrublands. I mean, I've lost most of my friends that I've lost have been due to don't want to place torch. Just out aging them. You know, they wanted their things and they're like, I'm gonna leave you behind, or I left them behind. So we were in different parts of life and stages of where we wanted to be. Oi, Ghosty, get off me. Where'd he go? Sleep. All right. Oh. I have many people I know that are like that. What the hell is that thing? Holy bejeebus. I'm just gonna come in here and steal your stuff. Pardon me. And try to avoid the giant snake. That thing just scared the poop out of me. Yeah. This is just for something with sparkles just went by. I feel like I need a bow and arrow. Oh. Oh, he angry. He is like stuck. I could probably get him from here, but I don't feel like it. My sword broke. Dang it. I keep getting a... Okay. I'm gonna go over here. Is that another one? What do you sell? You know, I will play. There's times where I play dumb. I'm not gonna lie. There are many times I play dumb. I will stupidly go in there and keep fighting something for death. But I have learned to be more strategic if I want to survive. That's where the ghosty came from. Okay. The thing is I could probably, if I had a bow, I could probably shoot it from here. I just don't think I have skill enough for it yet. Silver nuggies. Alright, let's see. La, la, la. More loot. Apparently this is the beehive. I gotta turn off that step enabled. It's messing with my head. There is no in between. I have done the no in between before, and it has always been a bad idea. Thank goodness they put in whatchamacallits. What's the word I'm thinking of? Axes as weapons. How did I get in here? I know there's loot. I saw it up there. How do I access said loot? I do not see a door. Oh, I found the door. When you get that combat up. Hi, sir. Oh, you're respawning from... There's something in the floor down there. Knowledge of death. Yes, I know. I have knowledge of the death. Okay. Is there a point when drinking is ever worth it? It depends. That's gonna sound like the most asinine reply, but I do literally mean it. It depends. Situationally, there are times when drinking is worth it. Drinking can be worth it when, like, for example, if you are drinking for enjoyment or fun or having a blast with family. For example, like I went out with some friends and family and we had like drinks and I got a little tipsy. Then it was kind of worth it because we were all out having fun and enjoying ourselves and getting along and everybody was having a good old time. Then it's worth it. But like if you're talking about drinking to get drunk just because, or drinking to forget or to feel numb, no, I don't think it is worth it. I don't feel that from my experiences, drinking to forget or drinking to feel numb is ever worth it. At least now I do. Like obviously I have my own glass of I've got a can't even see if I got it. I have a glass of wine right now because I had a long day at work and I'm like, I feel like it's one of those where I worked really hard. I've had a long day. It's been stressful. I feel like I've earned or deserved to have a little bit of fun. Now, I'm going to have one glass and that's it. And when it was full, it was full up to the bottom of the words. So it's not like I've had a lot. I've been nursing this thing for an hour and 45 minutes already. So it's one of those where I am more of a social drinker. I will drink to, I'll have a glass of wine at dinner or I'll have a glass of, or I'll have an alcoholic beverage at dinner. Oh, drink. Yeah. I feel like that kind of drinking, the for the party or for the fun type of thing, having been there, done that, I will say is never a good reason. Looking back on it from my own personal experiences in history, I would say there's times where I probably shouldn't have been drinking for the party or for the fun or for the whatevers. So, because when I went to college and college was always like, oh yeah, everybody's getting hammered, blah blah blah. And the problem is, I went and got extremely drunk one time to the point where I got extremely sick, very sick. I ruined a friend's rug by throwing up on it. And that was a dumb idea. But I was like, it was party time. Everybody party. It was stupid. I'm not gonna lie. Looking back, I'm like, man, I probably should not have done that. This giant death worm thing freaks me out. I'm like, how should I do this in a way that doesn't end in my immediate demise? Alright, there's a rattlesnake there. What? No, touch the sand. Ooh, I could probably hit his butt. Not skilled enough to use this as a weapon. I've just been using it as a weapon. What? What? Alright. We're gonna have to go craft. Hey, I got a reward. Okay, we need to craft. What do I have for weaponry? I have nothing, but I can make it. Give me that. Do I have anything? Can I use an iron sword yet? Probably not. I don't think so. My combat is only 13. I think I need 15 to use an iron sword. Let's see. Oh, that's a good thing. That's a good promise. I mean, you don't have to share if you don't want to. You know, you don't have to share at all. I need combat 25. Oh, that's going to take a while to get there. All right. So we're going to improvise. Excuse me, I need this wall, please. But yeah, you don't have to share anything you are uncomfortable sharing or any of that stuff. I do not mind. Let's get all that moved over there. Nope, I want to open that and see what's inside. I got a book. All right. Yeah, so let's see. Can I get over here? What? Is it? What? Well, how am I not skilled enough? How can I get combat points? This is the only time that Project MMO drives me crazy. Because I can never remember. Oh, yeah. That's never a good. $20 and a trip to the hospital. Yeah, that's never a good option. So the one time I got really drunk, excluding my earlier episode, was at the college party. What do you got? Nothing I want. You don't have anything worth. I don't even have that to get a box. But yeah. I drank, I think it was. You're not skilled enough to use a wooden sword as a weapon. It might be because of this mob. I think, because I've been using like axes as weapons to kill those zombies earlier. It must be because that mob is just too high level for me. What is this over here in this lake? I am going to pick a house to go crash in. I'm gonna sit here with the troll. But yeah. I should have gone to the hospital after my drinking episode in college. I drank a whole fifth by myself, and I am not a large person. And I drank it in 2 hours. Not a good idea. But again, I was in college and I was allowed to be stupid. Probably not. Oh, shite. Oh, that was whoops. Wasn't paying attention. There's gotta be something I'm supposed to be fighting that thing with. Because, like, if I come over here to this zombie, I can smack this zombie. I forgot to go get a different bed. Oh, but I can just teleport. Oh, man. Select your... I want to go... No, I want to go... Where is it? I want to go to the village. Which is... Or sword. But I need XP. Because I need 2 XP. I am going to probably change that. That doesn't help me. Yeah, I should smelt something. I'm gonna try. Yep. Something's attacking me. It's a stupid bird. He's like, no, not my tree. Now I have a floating tree. Alright. I need something that's gonna give me good experience. Ah. Ooh, I know what I can do. I can't remember if there's something inside this. Walked all the way around and the door's over here. Hey, I wasn't even near it. Oh, that's why. Give me that. Uncommon castle angle. Oh, is that the capsules? Um. So you're. I would say the best thing. If you're with somebody that has a lot of trauma, all right. I would say the key that you're going to have to focus in on is just and this is going to sound probably kind of crazy, but or just probably kind of like a moment where you're like, but I would say probably being there. And it may sound dumb saying it that way, but all right, like people who have trauma usually have relapses. All right, so like for example, like one of the things like when I had gone through my issue that I had, all right, it wasn't trauma based, but it was something that had um triggered anxiety in myself. And so I wouldn't say I have trauma from it, but I did have moments where like I will still have, and I will have like flashes of anxiety. So like my husband who's been helping me get over, you know, my issues that I had, um probably shouldn't eat the source berries, but whatever. Um you know, he's been very patient in helping me work through it, and it's all about talking out stuff like that. So, I mean, being there, being patient, being part of them, you know, just helping them when they need it. A lot of that really is just all they need. They don't need somebody, a lot of times they don't need somebody to fix the problem. What they really need is somebody to be there and listen and help them when they have problems. You know, like for me specifically, I did not need somebody to fix the issues I was having. I needed somebody who, you know, at the top, you know, and again, my husband is there for me for that. And I needed somebody who's going to just be there, talk it out, you know, and then we will fix it together or, you know, walk through it, go through it together. It's not about, sorry, you have to die so I can eat. Magic feather, what's that? Ow. I'm bleeding. I need more XP. And I don't have any stone. Oh, game lagged. It's probably saving. But yeah, I would say if they have heavy trauma, they're probably just needing, a person to be there for them. They don't need you to fix it. They don't need you to make everything all better. They just need somebody to be there for them and just, that's at least uncommon heavy lamppost. Oh, so these are like capsules. Like, okay, so uncommon heavy lamppost, uncommon castle, angle. I'll have to look at this. But I don't think. I'm gonna have to turn this off. Levels required. So if they're trying to hide that they need someone, it might also I mean I can't speak for them specifically, but I would say a lot of that probably feels like they just didn't have people to talk to or people who they felt like could support them. So what they're trying to do is it sounds like they're trying to do it all themselves. Having been someone that fixed something or did something all by themselves, it's gonna be one of those things where it's again, it comes down to you can't make them reach out to you, but you can just give them the, hey, I'm here. I can help you. I'm here, and just remind them. I would say if they are trying to hide it, like again, I tried hiding it when like I would have relapses of anxiety. My husband picked up on it like almost instantly because I would start cleaning the house like more aggressively, or I'd start getting short, or my temper would seem down, or like certain key indicators would kick in, and there people would notice things. It's and he would just be like, no, stop, take a moment. You need to talk to me. We need to talk it out. You can't just run away from whatever's bothering you or stuff like that. And that really, knowing that there was somebody who was there, somebody who was willing to help, somebody who was going to be that support, kind of, I hate to say it, whether you want them or not, is kind of nice. It's something you don't think you need until you realize you need it. But it also just it takes time, and somebody sitting there going, no, you really do need my help. You really do need somebody to be there and be with you and support you. And it seems kind of like, oh yeah, this is obvious, but it's not obvious when, I don't want to say it's not obvious when they're suffering, but it's when somebody is experiencing trauma or an episode or something at that exact moment, it's not obvious that there is a person sitting there willing to help. What does this do? Oh, I want the spell book. You're not skilled enough to use a caster tome. Okay. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's the best way I can kind of muddle my way through it. What do you mean by it's I wouldn't say that they're right, but you can't force them. You cannot force somebody to open up when they're not ready to, if that makes sense. If they are not ready to open up to you, forcing them is just going to push them away. So it's going to have a negative impact, if that makes sense. I was actually figuring you were talking about the other person in your relationship, but if you're looking at from a perspective of you're the person who says you don't need help and you don't need, and you hide the fact. Okay. So I would say if you are the person who is saying you don't need help or you're trying to hide it, when you are ready, you will reach out. But because if they're forcing you, oh no, it's okay. It's you are don't feel bad about how you did it. No, it's okay. It's just one of those where if you're looking at it from their perspective, which was how I was describing it, as if you were looking at it from like they were the person. But if you want advice for how to get over that hurdle to make that connection, you will know when you're ready. You really will. And nobody can force you to be ready. Nobody can make you open up. Nobody can make any of that happen. You are going to have to do that all on your own. But, and this is going to sound kind of weird, but reaching out to a stranger sometimes is a lot easier than reaching out to your loved ones. Telling some random person on the internet, for lack of a better term, and getting that door open is step one. Now you've talked about it. Now you have explained that you have something that you need to talk about. And whether it's to me or to the people in your life that care about you, you've made a step forward. That is a huge thing, and you should be proud of yourself for it. And that is something that, is important. So that just that first step is important. That first step is crucial. And the next step is going to be even easier. And that is talking to the people in your life who care about you and expressing how you feel to them. Because they're the ones who see you every day. They are the ones who are willing and able to help and And again, but you've made a big step. You are admitting to yourself that you, at some subconscious level, that you have admitted to yourself that you can't do this alone and you need some help. And that's important. That is crucial. There are times where, people don't want to admit things to themselves. And that first step is important. It's like admitting you need help is the first step into getting help. Because you're saying to yourself, I noticed that I need help. And I can't stress enough that step is crucial. That's a big step. That is important. That is the first step on a road to recovery in anything. It's like the first step on a road to grieving is, you know, they say it's acceptance and it's denial and it's all these different steps and stages of grief, and everyone goes through them at different points. But the big one for me, was, you know, acknowledgement and acceptance. Yes, there are going to be times where you have setbacks. There are going to be times where things aren't going to always be perfect, and it's not going to be steady stream. There's going to be step backs, pitfalls, roadblocks, moments where you just want to hide in the corner and pretend everything's okay. But it's not jumps. It's tiny little baby steps forward. That's the important thing. It's the tiny baby steps and progress forward. It's like, there will always be those. And again, on the days you set back and you go, you know, I just want to hide in the corner and pretend it all doesn't exist. You know, I have those times too where I'm like, you know what? And, you know, again, like I said, talking to a stranger and being a psychologist, that's like awesome. If you can be a psychologist, that's great. Hero, that's like, that would be a great, there's a ghost here. He be hiding. Let's kill him. Do I get loot from the skilled ghost? I got ectoplasm. He hiding. I keep putting stuff down. But yeah, I mean, you know, people tell me something similar to that. They're like, you're so easy to talk to all the time. And, you know, because I have, for lack of a better term, they say you have a very mom attitude. You're like the mom. I'm like, okay, I don't understand what you mean by that, but okay. So, like, apparently that's like some mom attitude is right. You know, but like, apparently that's like that means it's easy to talk to. Oh, sorry, I missed your. Yeah, that sucks for that one. That instance. That person was, you know, obviously trying to do some shady stuff, but yeah, no, like, people tell me all the time, they're like, yeah, you've got a very, like, you got like the mom. You're like the mom. And I'm like, I don't know if that's like a good thing, being the mom, but I feel like people are like, you have a very mom attitude or a mom like tone or you know, things, so therefore you're easy to talk to. And I'm like, well, I am a mom, so that's like, that thing is freaky. All right, we're gonna go this way. I need to find. I think I need to head home. Yeah, I would say that is an instance where probably just best to separate yourself in that instance and just walk away. Hey, emu eggs. I can have a baby emu or make eggs. Yeah, you know, there's all kinds of people out there. All right. I mean, so I would say at best to just probably, I mean, my thought would be to just kind of walk away, break contact type of thing, if you can. If it's that bad, just, you know, break contact and yeah. And unfortunately, you know, I had a I have I don't want to say I had a situation. I want to say I had a friend that genuinely truly cared about very much, and they did some really really bad stuff. I'm not going to go into it because it's not my thing, not my thing to share, I should say. But and it's like, you know what? I just had to go. I can't. I cannot. I had to break off like all connection. And to me, that was like the only. Why am I hitting you with bread? That was kind of the only thing I could do. All right, I need to figure out how to get back to home. Let's see. So home is not that far away. It's just, do I want to go by... Oh. You know what? Let's do it this way. It's probably very dangerous. I kind of want to finish killing you because you're kind of almost dead. Because I want your heart. All right. I need to find out how to get warp stones. But apparently you have to buy them in this mod pack. Okay, so there's a death worm over there. There's one. I just ran right over, and he's probably gonna follow me now. Oh, there's another one on my butt. We're gonna hop a skip a jumper up this hill. Hold on. So, I mean, oh, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, I mean, there's unfortunately... Oh no, it's okay. You're fine. You are totally fine. I get like asking questions and stuff. Um, you know, in this instance, I would say, I mean, yeah, it's bad and it's a bad situation, but and they did something bad and they did, you know, and it, oh, almost died there. But at the same time, um, I'm going the wrong way. I would say I mean, oh, it's bad. I'm gonna die. I might. Trying to figure out where to go and read the chat at the same time. Yeah, I mean, it is not great. It is bad. And it sucks that you kind of felt like, and you kind of almost got, like, I don't want to say put in the middle of it, but you kind of did, because, you know, you were friends with the person and, you know, felt like, you know, this person betrayed you because they turned out to be not the person you thought they were. Oh God, that's dangerous over there. But you're gonna kind of, I don't want to say run into people like that a lot when you get older, but you're gonna run into people who are not exactly the way they present themselves 100% of the time as you get older. You know, you're gonna find that there's a lot more two-faced people out there than and I don't mean just two-faced. I mean, like, they present face A versus face B. They are not who they present. You know, everyone's got who they are inside and who they are to the public. Is that a flying horse? I want it. Do I have another saddle, though? I do not. A Pegasus. What do I need to tame a Pegasus? I want a Pegasus. Do I need, like, both hands to be empty? Okay, maybe I need a golden apple in my offhand? Can I give you a golden apple and you be my friend? Oh, will you be my friend now? Will you be my friend now? Okay, you ate my apple. Okay. How do I get the Pegasus? Okay, now I need to look this up. Dragon's Tooth. I used to have a lead on me. I do not have my lead on me. Okay, I gotta mark this. Bookmark. Fly horse. Only because I'm gonna spell Pegasus wrong. I'll probably spell it, like, with swear words instead by accident. Alright, we will come back to that place. I need to look up how to tame one of those. Pegasus. Now, see, I was gonna actually probably end up selling it like Pag and then ASS. Something like that. Like, I would have somehow managed to, like, spell it horribly wrong. Okay, I'm on the right level. I just gotta hook this around. Hey, there's a black cat. That means there's a witch nearby. There's my little house. I mean, it's probably not the correct way to spell it. I think there's, like, it's more like sus than cis. But when you pronounce it, we're probably pronouncing it wrong because it is technically a Greek word, so And I don't speak Greek. There's my little horsey. And my house. And we just go. Man, my stuff is full. Oh, I need those. Oh, I got more armor. Just dump it. I need to make an auto sorter if this thing has, if this mod pack has storage drawers and stuff like that. I want to make an auto sorter and hopper system. I make it in like almost every run I've done before, and always turns out really good. Oop, I need that. Because I got more loot. Whee! Oh, you can go in the food chest. I'm out of food room. Okay. Rushing backpack. Summoning backpack. This is a heavy lamppost. And a castle angle. I'm curious what this castle one looks like. That, I think I can then just like... That is a weird word to pick out to learn. Not gonna lie, that is one of those words where you're like, huh, I don't know why this stuck in my brain, but it did, so I guess it's there. It's like the one word my grandfather ever taught me in Irish or Gaelic was Pog Mahone. And I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly. But it basically means kiss my butt. And I just remember that one. My grandfather taught me that when I think I was 12. And all right, so we want to see. A dictionary of jokes after playing God of War. Yeah. All right. Greek. Okay, so centaurs, aria, dryad, lampad, killed. I don't want to kill it. I killed a harpy. That's Fury, Cerberus, Empus. Python, Shade, Satyr, Giant Bear, Ichor. That's the dragons. Uncommon title scroll. Cool. But rideable friend. Dog bone. Pet armoring. Okay. I want... It's yelling at me for... we want more gatherings so we can then... Alright. Alright, we are going to have to figure out... Time to Google machine. RAD 2. Pegasus. Oh, it comes up right away. How to name it. Oh. So there's this apparently Peg. I was right. It is spelled sus. Used to tame a Pegasus. Oh, heck no. Am I going to have blaze powder right now? What? 1 hour and 35 minutes left until 6 a.m. Sleep is want, hero not a need. Little goblin in your head. You know what, though? Sometimes the little goblins win. There is no way, though, I'm going to get 4 blaze powder right now. Hunter's leggings. May not be fit for light, but will stop a blade. That is some sucky armor. Box. I'm going to learn my uncommon title, the Squire. Potion of Grading. The goblins are winning. You know what? What did I get? I got rotten flesh out of my box. Sit. Sounds about right. I live by the rules of I have no rules. I have more spruce. I'm eventually going to have to move out of this place because it is pretty much just a loot storage shed at this point. I actually want, like, I like this area. Like, this is one of those areas where I really like it because I kind of was like, oh, this is cool. I saw this, like, little lake and then there was a house nearby. Oh. For the goblins in the head? Oh. Oh, so living out of pure spite. Yeah, I tend to live. Sorry. I had to remember where the comment came from. Living out of pure spite. Sometimes I live out of pure spite. I am one of those people who, you know, like, and my husband is definitely somebody who, you know, he lives out of pure spite. My water is having issues. I think the shader pack is freaking out. It's having a texture issue. It's like, nope. Nope. Works, then nope. I think I need to options, video settings. Do I have shaders? Yeah, it's very off. I don't even have shaders in this game. I think I just need to reload the resource pack at some point. It's like, no, we don't want to work. I love how the sun and moon in this are like a literal cube. Just a cube. Can I sleep now? Cool. Ooh. Alright. I should probably finish eating my dinner. So you're staying up as a bet because you couldn't be productive. So how is staying up till 6 a.m. being productive? Or is it just a kind of a meme at that point? Hey, it's a win-win situation, right? I think those harpies finally moved out. Yay, the harpies are gone. Oh, no, they're not. Do I have my other sword? I do not. Let me go get my other sword. Sort. I lost where I put the sword. I kind of just shove stuff in drawers at this point. Pain of retaliation is great. Alright. I have completely and utterly lost the sword I was using. The other sword I was using. Whatever, I'll make another one. Actually, nope, I shoved it in there. I'm gonna go kill some harpies. With my broken little wooden sword. I love how they're like, I'm gonna come down here and carefully bye-bye. Now I can chop your tree down. Goodbye. Yahoo! Alright. Now I can take this nest out, and then they won't spawn anymore. And I get sticks. Ta-da! No more harpies. But I'm actually going to build a farm and a barn. All kinds of stuff. But I do want to strip out some of like this layer of dirt and bring it back just a little bit so I have more around the house. But that house is probably going to end up being torn down itself. Or I'm just going to like... the name that I go by on stream is Yahadi. Most of my friends call me Yah for short. Only because most people forget how to say Yahadi. But yep, they call me Yah for short. But Hero, it's been fun talking to you. I'm glad I was able to help you get some advice on things that you needed help with. I'm actually probably going to be wrapping it up here myself because the hubby and kiddo are going to be getting home soon. So, but, yep. The short version of my streamer tag is Yah. Just Y-A-H. Which is how the, you know... If you ever get a chance to check out some of my YouTube stuff, there's a clip that's called Yah's language filter because my friends were making fun of me because of my language filter. Apparently, it's funny to them that I don't swear. And I'm like, I do swear. And they're like, you don't swear. Yeah, the Yahadi came about because of a... I was making my first mage on World of Warcraft way back when they first made Burning Crusade. I'm that old. So, that was a, I had to come up with a name, and I had like this idea popped in my head that was like totally done in this absolutely horrible Valley Girl sounding voice. It was yeah ha die, and so of course it turned into Yahadi. So and my friends find it hilarious because The only way I can actually get the inflection properly is if I try and do my very awful Valley Girl voice. All right, I need another sticky. I got more over here, and I'm gonna make. I think I need some regular stone. But I lost my stone now. It's probably. I play a lot of games. Like I play Pal World. I play Once Human. WoW. I was playing some Stardew Valley the other day. Obviously I play a lot of Minecraft. But I've got some Garden Paws I play. I play like a lot of games. I think I just Omeroi, I've heard of it. I have not played it though. But I finally just crossed the threshold of having 100 games in my Steam library, so I'm very happy I did that. But I have like, I have a lot of games that I play, so. Yes, I am not your atypical mom because and I live in an area where most of the moms are like artsy craftsy stay-at-home moms that don't really do anything in my opinion sometimes. But, you know, I'm like a total nerd compared to them, and we don't really have a whole heckin' lot in common sometimes, and I'm like, I had there. I'm like looking right at the stone. I should be able to make a shovel now. Yay, a shovel. But yeah, I gotta clear out some stuff because I want to shave this back about. Mori is the pronunciation. I have heard of it. I have not played it though. Only because I think I can't remember why haven't I played it. It was something. I think it's mostly because I've kind of found like a sort of I don't want to say a niche of games that I've really gotten into, but I have been absolutely like addicted to like the cozy crafting games. So like if I'm gonna play something that's got like a very what's the word I'm thinking of, like a very deep story, I want it to be something like I can pay attention to, because I mostly when I'm playing games, it's usually because I'm after work and I've already had like a stressful day at work. You know, like for example, today has been, you know, was stressful because it was crunching a lot of data. I have, you know, yeah. I will have to look into it. I am out of my shovel. You know what? That's okay. I'm gonna have to do some organization here. I legitimately had them like 2 seconds ago. Time for you to go to bed? Is it 6 o'clock for you? Have you completed your task and won your bet? Alright, let's see. So I originally guessed 22, but that was before I knew more. let's see. I would say I'll have to up it a little bit. Not much. I would say probably between the ages of 27 and 31. And the only reason, because I give that range, you have the tone of somebody that is jaded and seen some things, but at the same time young enough that, but I'd probably put you closer towards that 27, 28 range. Old enough to seen some things, young enough to have not experienced everything. So how close did I get? Well, that doesn't matter. I mean, I know people who are entrepreneurs that are 21, so I said 27, 28. So let's see, how close did I get? Sure. You turn 16 next June. I would have definitely put you older. Well then, you've lived a very adventurous life for so little years, and a very you've had a lot happen in those few times. But you know what though? You've got the rest of your life ahead of you, so. But you know what though? The experiences you have may make you seem older, but that's okay. It means you've matured. You've experienced a lot of things. You know, I mean, if I had experienced probably half as much as you had when I was your age, I would probably feel much older than I do. You know, all it takes is, you know, it's the experiences we have that also shape you. So, you know, being 16 and experiencing a lot means that, yes, you have a more mature outlook on life, but you also have the opportunity to make more out of your life, and you can do so much more because you have so much more time left. You're actually between my kiddo's age. So I have my stepdaughter is 19, rephrase. She just turned 20, and my biological daughter is going to be 12. So you're smack dab in the middle of them. My eyeballs. Oh, I was so close to getting this chunk removed. Okay, this one or two pieces has to go. It's bugging me. I need to figure out why. You know what? Again, age is just a number. You know, you thought I was much younger than 40 because of how I act. So, I mean, when you think about it, it's the same philosophy. I don't act like a typical 40-year-old. So people think I'm much younger than that. You know, if you may not act like a typical 16-year-old, then, you know, people are going to treat you like you're older. Which means that when you do get to those ages where you have, you know, where you're older, you'll have maturity. Well, thank you very much. Apparently, I look a lot younger than I actually am. But no, if you were to look here, that is all gray hair. Unfortunately, I have been growing gray since I turned 29. 29, 30 is when I first started getting gray hair, and surprisingly, the fact that I have giant streaks of gray hair right in the front of my face apparently doesn't make me look any older, which is weird. All right. I'm trying to make a pond, or the pond to look a little bit more pond-like. It's like a sheer cliff right now. Yeah. I have too. I've seen them and I'm like, ugh. You have like the perfect hair. Unfortunately, my genetics said I was gonna be short and gray hair early. My mom got gray hair early too, so. But my grandparents all have that pure white hair, so I'm kind of hoping the genetics will be on my side, and I'll go. You know, I would say possibly make you stress. Definitely. I like to get on my daughter's case all the time and be like, look, this is all from you. And then she's like, Mom. It's one of those times where I can, you know. But yeah, no, unfortunately, genetics were the factor in this one. I have been graying since I was in my early 30s. 29 was when I first started finding gray hair. Oh, it will work. It will definitely work. The other thing I get to do, as the other fun, like guilt trip, for lack of a better word, is when she's like, oh, you know, blah 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 something, or I want something, blah blah blah, and I'm like, my kid doesn't love me anymore. And then she's always like, Mom! I'll be like, or you can be like just evil and do things that, you know, you can never do with anybody else that you can do with your kid. You know, like I love teasing my kid about stuff. Be like, oh, look at you. Yeah, taste their own medicine. They give me grief, I can give her grief. So what treasure did I supposedly find? I don't think I found treasure. Maybe it was the tomato seeds? I don't know. But alright, well, I am actually gonna cut it here because they should be getting home here any second. And it is almost 8 o'clock, which means it is going to be almost time for us to get ready for school tomorrow and bedtimes and all that fun stuff. Yeah, it is. Trust me, my mom and I laugh about stuff that I did as a kid. For example, there was one time my mom, somebody did something and my mom goes, instead of saying, I'm going to throw up, she goes, I'm going to throw up. And so now, 20 years later, we're like, when she's like, she starts looking like she's going to be sick, we're like, I'm going to throw up. So, yeah, there are certain things that as a parent, you can never live down. And there are certain things as a kid you will never live down. Ever. Like, there was one time my mom and I went somewhere and, she made me upset about something and we were arguing, and on our way home my mom was driving and my mom was driving and she's turning the corner and she's yelling at me as she's driving. And like, I go like just loud enough to be heard, but not loud enough to be like heard clearly. I said, ditch, D-I-T-C-H, ditch. And she goes, did you just call me? And then as she's in the middle of getting ready to say, bitch, she hit the ditch with her car. So now, of course, instead of calling my mom the B word, I call her a ditch. And she does the same thing to me. So now it's like this weird inside joke where I'm like, I love you too, ditch. Because again, of my mom literally hitting a ditch with her car in the middle of an argument when she thought I was calling her a bitch instead. So it's stupid stuff like that. That now it has, and that was... the ditch wasn't so bad. It was like one of those where the car just went badoop. Like it was a little one. Like it just hit with one wheel. But it was still just like perfectly timed that you couldn't have done it again if you tried. And of course we laugh at it now. And that was the end of the argument too. That ended the argument because we were giggling about it so much that what we were arguing about just seemed so stupid. And it was one of those things where, yeah, we were arguing about something that I had said or done or something. But at that point, it didn't matter because it was just, we were just laughing. Yeah. So now when people hear us, like when we're in public and I'm like, I love you too, ditch. The people will give us this look like, you just called your mom a bitch. I'm like, no, I didn't. I called my mom a ditch. There's a difference. I didn't use the bad words. So, yeah. It's one of those things that's just funny. But we got about 7 minutes and then I'm gonna I made the wrong thing. I wanted to make an axe. Yes, I am gonna be ending it. It's almost 8 o'clock. I am gonna be ending here only because the kiddo and my husband are gonna be getting home soon. They're gonna have some ice cream and maybe I'll have a bowl of ice cream too because I didn't actually eat dinner, so I probably should eat dinner. And this little tiny chicken pocket thing is not considered technically dinner, so I'm gonna probably have some ice cream with the family. I'm going to just relax and enjoy the rest of the night with them, and then probably. Oh, apparently my device is talking at me again. But, all right, well, I'm going to call it here, and I'm going to say thanks for joining me, Hero. It was a blast talking with you. If you ever come back in again, definitely you can come in, peck my brain for anything if you need it. I try and stream Tuesdays and Thursdays from typically about 5:30 to 7:30, typically. Obviously, if they're late, I'll stay on a little later, or if I get talking to people, I will stay on a little bit later. I typically don't stay on too late just because it is school nights. But thank you so much for being here, and I will see you on Tuesday. You have a good night. And like I said, if you need if you ever need to chat again, I'll be here on when I'm here. So, all right, thanks.